For what purpose does the gentlelady from Hawaii rise?
I rise in opposition to the underlying bill. Ours is a compassionate country. We have leaders who can put themselves in the shoes of Americans who are struggling, doing their best. We have compassionate leaders on both sides of the aisle. This is why it is so inexplicable that the underlying bill, as well as bill after bill brought by the Republican majority to this floor, make cut after huge cuts to people's programs. Not corporate programs, not programs that hit Wall Street, but people's programs. And again, today, in this agricultural spending bill, we are targeting cuts that hit women, infants, children, and seniors in Hawaii and nationwide. In my district in Hawaii, 19.5% of our residents experienced food hardship in the last year. Let me repeat. Nearly 1 in 5 people in my district did not have enough money to buy food that they and their family needed in 2010. Today's bill would cut crucial nutrition programs for and hundreds of thousands all across the country. And while the richest in our country continue to get billions in tax breaks and the oil companies continue to get their billions in tax breaks, why are we balancing the budget on the backs of women, infants, children, and seniors? First, today's bill makes a $650 million cut to the Women, Infants, and Children WIC nutrition program for fiscal year 2012. This would cut as many as 350,000 eligible low-income women and young children from the program. WIC provides nutritious food, counseling on healthy eating, and health referrals to pregnant, postpartum, and breastfeeding women and their children under age 5. This program has had well-documented success in improving nutrition and health of families in poverty, which has reduced low-weight births, anemia, and hunger. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of 350,000 women and their children who depend on this program. Second, the Emergency Food Assistance Program supports food banks on all of our islands and across the nation to support the hungry. And I have visited many of the food banks in my state, in my district, and we know that there is a growing need. There are many, many more families now relying on food banks. And yet, this bill cuts $12 million from food banks at a time of great, great need. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of the hundreds of thousands of families all across our country who are relying on food stamps. Third, today's bill cuts 20% from the Commodity Supplemental Food Program, which provides food packages to over 600,000 people nationwide, and 96% of these recipients are low-income seniors. You've heard others say, ending tax cuts for millionaires and billionaires for just 1 week alone would save $866 million. That is enough to support poor women, infants, and children for the entire year. And when we say this bill, brought to us by the Republicans, literally takes food from babies to give tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires, we are not engaging in hyperbole. This is what is happening in this bill. Let's get our priorities in order. Balancing the budget on the backs of our most vulnerable is totally indefensible when we are giving tax breaks to those people, the richest people in our country, corporations that are making billions of dollars. It's indefensible. And where do we live? Do we live on Wall Street? You know, people who want this bill, I think they live on Wall Street. Well, those of us who are opposing this bill, we live on Main Street. That's where the majority of our people live. They live on Main Street. They expect us to support those people, working people, families, women, and children, all living on Main Street. I urge my colleagues to oppose this anti-people, wrong-headed, downright cruel cuts to low-income women, infants, children, and seniors all across our country. I yield back the balance of my time. On